doesn't. Okay. Philip DeFranco once said that he only is living on a $200,000 salary or something. But what he fails to tell you is that he owns the company that's paying him a $200,000 salary. What he fails to tell you is that he's worth over $20 million. All right. You know, he puts up a Patreon and says, "Hey guys, we're building a news network, but I don't want to be influenced by, you know, some you know, big media outlet. I want to be free and independent." So what are you saying, Philly D? You weren't free and independent before? Was someone controlling your show prior to, you know, earlier this year? Because I think your show did better in 2016. So maybe Philip Franco should go back to the people that controlled him before, if that's the case. But the truth of the matter is nobody's been controlling Philip DeFranco's channel. He's been controlling it. And the pitch that he said, you know, people, okay, the Discovery Channel. Was the Discovery Channel influencing the type of content that Philly D made on his channel? I disagree. Not to mention he's a co-founder of Maker Studios that sold for $500 million. Okay? Comparing me to Philip DeFranco is so insulting to me because he is so conny. All right? He's a con man. Or he's a manipulator. And it's disgusting. All right? You can say that I'm bragging all you want. You can say that I'm showing off all I want or whatever. But at least I'm honest with you. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I don't need your donation. But if you're going to sub, all right, if you're going to send bits or whatever you guys do, I'm grateful for it. And I'm going to shout you out, right? But there's no just send me money. There's no, like, direct link to send money into my PayPal. Because I have been so successful in this area that I would feel disgusting if I did that. I would feel disgusting. And I've seen people compare live streams and, you know, donations on a live stream and subs on a live stream. I've seen them compare it to Patreon, and they are not the same. Let me be very, very clear. They are not the same. This is a live performance, all right? And any live performance, whether it be on a street corner where a guy is sitting there with a guitar on the edge of the street, what does he have? He has a little hat out there, all right? If you enjoy the live show and it's free for anyone to watch, just like this is free for anyone to watch, you can throw $1 in the hat, all right? But in YouTube, we have something completely different, all right? We have ads, all right? We have, you know, these videos being played out, this creation, and then we have ads. And those ads fund the content. There is no reason for Patreon, especially when you have someone that is making thousands and thousands of dollars a month. Now, me and Philip DeFranco, we get the same views roughly every month. Philip DeFranco makes about 30,000 views, all right? I make about 30,000, or excuse me, Philip DeFranco makes 30 million views a month. I make 30 million views a month, all right? For the last 28 days, my channel made $130,000, all right? So I would assume, give or take, Philly D is making $130,000 from his channel. But we're not done there, all right? On top of it, Philly D has sponsorships. Those sponsorships range on the absolute low end, $10,000, all the way up to $50,000. All right? So let's just call it in the middle. Let's say it's $25,000. He does those sponsorships like 3 days a week. So let's see, 3 times 4, let's see, 12. Let me do some math here. $25,000 times 12. He's getting about $300,000 in sponsorship money, plus $130,000 a month with regular YouTube money. That brings his total up to $430,000, okay, a month. Now, you want to explain to me why this motherfucker has a Patreon? Because I don't get it. Do you want to explain to me? Do you want to explain to me why Philip DeFranco is going to the guy at Burger King saying, "Hey man, I'm trying to I don't want to be controlled by outside sources. I want to have an independent news channel. Please donate to my network." Do you want to explain to me what this is all about? Because I don't get it. What I see is a fucking scam. And when people come to me and they say, "Keemstar, you're just jealous." Jealous of what? Jealous of what? If I make a Patreon today, you're going to give me money. I'm a better, if I wanted to be, I'm a better salesman than he has a whole team. He has a whole team. Yeah, I got a team too. I got 2 guys that work for me, and I edit my own videos. Philip DeFranco doesn't even edit his own videos, and he wants a Patreon? That's the whole point. He has a whole team. Philip DeFranco has a whole team. And what does he do out of the work? What does he do? All he does, all right, is jump on camera and talk. Someone edits the video. Someone does the research. And you're going to donate to that guy? You're gonna give the guy that does the least amount of work the money? That doesn't even make sense. At least I edit my own videos. You know what? I just want to say this, all right? It's a con. It's a scam. I have no respect for him. He doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to do this. But he gets away with it because he can. Because he can. And I think it sends a very, very bad message for this community. All right? If we are lucky enough to be successful in this industry, then we should not take advantage of it. And if you're that big and you got a Patreon, you're taking advantage of people. I'm sorry, you are. Especially if you're being vague, all right, and you're not keeping up on the promises that you make, which he made all these promises, he didn't keep up on them. Especially if you're manipulating your audience. And I think that's exactly what he did. He manipulated his audience. And on top of it, he did not explain to his audience how much money a month he's getting. He didn't explain to his... The snow's coming?
Storm's here. Look out the window.
Okay, a woman, I'll look out the window right now. Oh yeah, the snow is here. Fine. All right, Mia, get out. You can't go on my stream. All right, it's snowing here. Where was I in this rant? Oh. If Philip DeFranco made an app, all right, and sold it to his audience, all right, I'm totally fine for it. If he made t-shirts, in fact he does, and sells it to his audience, I'd be totally fine with it. All right? You got to give your fans something, right? I have no problem with selling to your audience or marketing something to your audience, right? That makes sense to me, right? You're big, you're accomplished, you got fans that support you. It just makes logical sense for you to sell products to them. You know, I have Keemstar t-shirts. I make apps, all right? I make video games. And when those games and apps and t-shirts are done, I tell my audience about them. That makes sense, all right? What doesn't make sense to me, all right, is when you're that big and everybody knows how much you're worth and everyone knows how much you're making, to ask for donations. That doesn't make sense to me. I feel like he's stupid. Like you had to have known that this would blow up in your face. I've been yeah, I've been the capital M since like 2012. All right, I'm playing this game. Oh, and if we want to do a rough estimate of how much Philly D's making a month, we can. Let's do it right now. He's got roughly about 14,000 donators, and the bare minimum is $5. All right? The bare minimum to get into that program is $5. So let's just say on average it's 10, okay? Let's just say it's 10. All right? It's probably more than that, but he's making $140,000 a month. $140,000 a month just from donations when he doesn't need it. Big shout out to Just Another Meme Boys, to the hot sub. Thank you, sir. And by the way, guys, if you have Amazon Prime, you can sub for free. Rant over.